Guernsey has long been regarded as a forward-thinking, well-regulated, leading international finance centre. With hundreds of billions in assets under management, Guernsey is considered a leading jurisdiction for investment and funds and a specialist global centre for open and closed-ended fund structures. For almost a decade, Guernsey's Private Investment Fund, or PIF regime, has provided a simple and quick-to-market private Guernsey fund. Today, the Guernsey Financial Services Commission is excited to announce, in conjunction with Guernsey Finance, a more streamlined and simplified PIF regime, creating an innovative, marketable and flexible fund structure for a wide spectrum of private capital investment strategies.
Very pleased to be here today to talk about the streamlined private investment fund, which we've worked with Guernsey lawyers, with fund administrators and Guernsey Finance to put together over the last few months. We've had a look at our very successful private investment fund structure and said, how can we make it even better and even more useful? We think that the new streamlined PIF, which we've come up with, will be about as good a proposition as possible to have for non-retail investment. And we're very excited to be able to talk a little bit about that today. First of all, we've taken away the compulsory audit requirements. So many investors and many fund managers will still want to have an audit, and that's all good. But we've heard feedback that some of you didn't want to have that, so it's no longer a prerequisite of the rules. We've kept our very important conflicts of interest requirements in place, and we have also managed to keep our corporate governance rules in place, which we think is very important because investors want to know that the fund's going to be run properly. And this is also now accessible through the Bailiwick of Guernsey's new applications portal, which was launched in late April 2025. This provides a new platform for all the different people who need to come together to do a good quality fund application, to talk to each other confidentially in one place, and then submit a very good quality application to us as the Financial Services Commission in one easy way, so that it can be processed easily and smoothly first time round. We think this will hopefully make it very straightforward to do more business in Guernsey going forwards.
So we'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's been part of the process of streamlining and simplifying our PIF regime. We think this is one of the real benefits of Guernsey, that all the key parties can sit around the table with us at the regulator and work together to create something that works well for the jurisdiction, but also keeps investor protection at its heart. In the process of reforming the PIF, we've made a key change in terms of the investor limit. We've abolished the upper limit, and instead the investors have to fulfil qualifying criteria in order to be to invest in the PIF. A key feature that we've retained of the PIF is the speed to market. You can have your PIF authorised and registered within 24 hours. I think this is a key important point of the PIF's speed to market. And with our new authorisation application portal that William mentioned earlier, this is going to continue to enhance our applications process through this secure online channel, which should make it easy to do business in the Bailiwick of Guernsey.
The Private Investment Fund, or PIF for short, is a streamlined, innovative private fund regime for qualifying private investors regulated by the Guernsey Financial Services Commission. The PIF has flexibility built in. There is no upper limit on the number of qualifying private investors and no limit on the number of offers that can be made, provided that the fund is offered on a private basis. Appointment of an auditor is optional, but where a fund decides to appoint an auditor, they should have a place of business in Guernsey. Qualifying private investors can include professional investors, experienced investors, knowledgeable employees, high net worth individuals, UK professional clients, EU professional clients, US accredited investors, and licensee warranted investors. Funds can be open or closed-ended and use a variety of structures. There is no requirement to prepare a prospectus. A PIF is not required to have a Guernsey licensed manager. PIFs offer speed to market. Regulatory approval can be obtained in 24 hours with a secure online application and authorisation process. An additional family PIF, tailored to high net worth individuals, provides a family wealth solution with the benefits of a collective investment scheme structure. The PIF allows private investors to invest with confidence in a regulated fund with protection features calibrated to their needs, based in a well-established and reputable jurisdiction.
So just to end, we'd like to reinforce that as a regulator, we're committed to Guernsey growing, to being continuing to being a very successful jurisdiction which to do good financial services business. We remain open to having coffees, to dropping us an email, to picking up the phone if you have questions about the PIF, the new regime, specific application, or would just like to ask us about anything else, please do feel free to do so.
More information on the PIF can be found at thepif.gg or on the Commission's website gfsc.gg.